claiming an expense is usually it's for a job, and if you have to spend money to do the job, like to transport yourself, for example, or in the case of the senators, it was you have to own a house, a second home, closer to Ottawa, for example, or the place that you're working at, the place where the Senate meets.
Okay.
Because you need to be there to be able to work, and it's not where you grew up. It's not your family home. So the cost of that house you claim as an expense. You say like I had to buy this house so I could do my job.
But then you have to prove that you're living in the house. You cannot just go there for the weekend.
Well, that's where the scandal part comes in.
Oh, there
were two senators recently who have been dragged over the coals for it because they get their expenses audited, like just like closely looked over, right? What are you claiming as an expense? Is it reasonable? How much was it? Like it's not really so much about what the senator actually did personally. It's more about just trying to make the party look bad. So you have to try and read through the way in which it's reported to understand what's actually going on.
Just because we're talking about politics, I cannot stay without mentioning like Rob Ford, because
the Rob Ford thing is pretty ridiculous. We don't have that kind of thing happens very rarely, right? In Canada, it's very uncommon. So I was surprised actually how much coverage it's had internationally. But I guess it's kind of comical. Yeah,
because we had the news a few months ago, right? When he was denying that he was doing crack cocaine.
Yeah.
Right.
But I was in the elevator today. There's a little in the news report, and apparently I didn't see what poll it was, but the report said that apparently, according to a really recent opinion poll, it's 42% approval.
He would still get elected.
Not necessarily, but 42% for a single. Like if it's a three-way split, he'd probably be winning.
Best chance, right?
Which is nutty.
But it has more to do with what he's actually done as a mayor.
That's what people say.
In his defense, people do make the argument that the media is out to get him, and to an extent, like most of what is vast majority, particularly recently, of what's reported in the media, is just the scandal stuff. Nobody actually talks about what he has or has not done in his functional role. What is he supposed to be doing, right?
Right.
But everything that I've seen of what he's supposed to be doing has not been beneficial.
Really?
Yeah. Well, like
for the past 4 years.
Well, my understanding is that he was voted in primarily on his platform of stopping the gravy train, which is like a slang to basically say I'm just going to cut out, save money, stop wasted public money. So stop wasting public money on unnecessary expenses, salaries that are too large, or just unnecessary inefficiencies in city bureaucracy, stuff like just so. That was his big thing, and I've seen very few news articles on that, which is it's hard to say. But all the ones I have seen have basically just said absolutely nothing stellar. Like he's saved a very small amount of money, but it's nothing that someone else wouldn't have done as well. Like it's not radical, and that's like the best. That's the best he's got. That's in my perception. That's the most significant thing he can say he's done as mayor. And I'm also he isn't nearly as invested in the type of transit that I would want to see being in place. So I'm not interested in him for that reason either. So outside of all those other things, like the crack cocaine thing, which is just not acceptable for a public figure, because how can you have, aside from the illegality, I mean, it's not legal, how can you have that kind of thing going on and still effectively do your job?
I know, right?
I didn't
Are
vote
you
in the last
obligated to vote?
No obligation.
No obligation.
You can. If you don't want, you just simply don't go.
Yeah, just don't go. Just don't bother.
Yeah. But you have to be like, can you be like underage, or doesn't really matter?
You
have to have the minimum age,
I should know, but I think
I should know, but I don't.
I think it's 18.
I'm just gonna show 18 because
No, I'm pretty sure
it
it's
makes
18.
more sense.
I'm pretty sure it's 18.
Okay.
That's a telling thing though, right? 16 years old you can drive legally. I can't really. 19 you can drink. I know that. Everyone knows that.
The ones that
pretty
really
sure-
matter.
Well, no, but it's telling, right? I mean, particularly as a kid, as a young person growing up, political stuff is most people just don't care. They don't. There's on a larger scale, looking at federal stuff, like you don't see a difference. This guy gets in, this guy gets in. Nobody really perceives that there's going to be a particular difference or significance to that, or a lot of people don't.
Yeah.
So, but I really hope he doesn't get reelected for multiple reasons. The foremost is that he doesn't do a good job as a mayor, and then just everything else you pile on top of that.
What we were saying? Oh yeah, the winter. Okay, the weather.
Yeah.
Okay.
Winter.
What is cold for you? Like when it starts getting cold, like
Like
minus
real cold.
20 or you know what I mean?
Cold
Like,
is cold is in your high school gym class, and you have to go out. Oh, what is it? Going to play like football or something. And then there's always a couple of in high school gym class. There's always a couple of people. It was a guys gym class, like a couple older guys, upper grades, who are like helping to teach. It's cold when the older guys tell you the best way to keep warm is to stick your hands in your pants and grab your balls so your fingers don't freeze.
That's when it's cold.
No, I don't know. It doesn't like. I'm really cold. I can't really complain about it. Like minus 20, minus 30.
That's like,
It's like that's really cold. Yeah. The wind it's the wind chill.
the wind.
I think
That's the
I don't think maybe if you like
snowstorm.
if you haven't felt it, then you might not understand it. But like the wind
Makes sense.
The wind
yeah.
makes a huge
Makes
difference.
sense.
If it's windy, it's way worse, way colder.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Sometimes it's like it's snowing. It's not even cold outside. It's just snowing.
Yeah, those are the best. Those are the best days when it's
right?
like
It's
just cold enough for it to be snowing, and you go out and it's not that bad at all.
for me, when I saw the window white here, I was like, yes, let it go.
It's beautiful. Also, it's
I
cozy.
don't-
That was the other thing I was gonna say. It's cozy.
I don't want to go to Blue
It's
Mountain and it's all dry and
The fake snow.
yeah,
Is that
the
what you're talking
fake
about?
snow.
The fake
is
snow?
ridiculous.
yeah. It's,
Yeah, it's not that. It's like pellety. Yeah, it's not very nice.
Just water.
Elves.
They
It's probably
bump
elves.
from the lakes there. They just pump water.
We just go up. We catch elves.
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 Elves. We catch them. Northern Ontario, Canadian Shield. So
I don't know what's that.
you know what elves are? Santa's helpers.
You go catch them?
Catch
That's
elves.
what makes the snow. No, that's what makes we catch elves,
Uh,
and then you just put them to work in the snowmaking machine.
Oh.
That's how we do it.
okay.
But it's because
That's how
it's
you
not
do
the
it.
reason it's not good quality is because the job sucks. Like you guys, you're in the snowmaking machine all day. Nobody knows you're there, so nobody thanks you. So it's just poor quality work, poor quality snow. Well, that's why you get bad snow at Blue Mountains because
Blue Mountain.
they don't treat the elves well.
Don't shoot them
It's
out.
Navy.
Oh my God.
Maple syrup. I love maple syrup.
Maple
That's
syrup.
pretty Canadian.
That's
Maple syrup and poutine.
maple syrup.
Is this real though? This
Yeah,
isn't.
it is. I just bought it today.
Whoa, Mrs. You gotta be careful. It's no maple. It's thick and rich original syrup. This is an imposter.
Sick.
Glucose. Yep, corn syrup.
Oh, fucking bastard.
I hate to break it to you.
It's because I don't know what I
And
have in
it's
there. I
full.
bought one that was no sugar.
Oh,
it was
really?
blue. It caught my attention. I said, "Oh, blue, I like blue." It was like no
It was
sugar.
blue.
So what would you say that it would be a Canadian breakfast?
Ooh,
Ooh.
it's hard to say.
Yeah, I know.
Cereal.
You said I have like
Just
cereal,
oatmeal.
oatmeal,
Yeah, cereal.
bacons. Because the image that we have is like something that is fat. You know,
Yeah.
fat, bacon,
Bacon,
eggs, and cheese. And,
Yeah, that'd be like a good breakfast. Yeah.
yeah,
I think most
like
the
cheese
average
slice of
the
bacon.
average breakfast would be more like cereal, but like a good breakfast, like Sunday breakfast when people
Oh,
When you
yeah.
have time
you
to.
lie in, you make what you want. Yeah, like bacon and eggs, hash browns, home fries, pea meal bacon, fried tomatoes.
Oh,
That's sweet.
so it's like a
Yeah.
lunch.
Oh, that's